This is Alex, the Beer Master. Welcome to my channel. Today we're reviewing Wild Card, any food you want. And tonight and today on my panel, we got the legendary Truffle. We got the legendary Eric, legendary Germafam, and the legendary Bumpy's chair because he's not there yet.
Bumpy Road.
But that's what we're having. And out there is the legendary Bumpy. He is welcome back. Now we do this.
All right.
Bam.
Howdy. Thanks for having me, Alex. All right. Well, I had intentions of bringing something else because I'd made up some boiled eggs a couple days back, and going through the refrigerator, magically they disappeared. So I don't know. Make them an egg salad sandwich because fast and easy. But what I did bring is actually kind of a concoction that I made from the Thanksgiving turkey. Yeah, I boiled the meat off the bones and put some noodles. I'm like what you call it, like the elbow macaroni noodles, and then to thicken it up, I used a can of cream of celery soup and a package of white gravy.
Wow.
Put it all together. What's there on top is a little bit of basil and some fresh onion because it needed it. That's what I got. So it's kind of like a leftover montage or whatever. Then the beer I got is the Schneider's sea salt and lime. And actually,
I love Shiner.
Something else. Right, so I'm going to give that a try. I kind of forgot I got this when I was stuffed. That was a clamato. That's why I got the black pepper and Tabasco and stuff. Don't need that for this one, I guess. Anyway, so we'll pour it up, get a look at it. Woo!
Put Tabasco and pepper on your food.
Yeah, right. Squeakity squeak. All right, so yeah, it's a. I'll get into the ABV next time around or whatever.
That's a cool piece of glassware right there. I like that.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, one I got in a 4-pack. I forget the brand name of them. Thing, isn't it? Lively. Got lots of head. The Beer Master pour, huh?
Oh, that's definitely a Beer Master
pour. Smells pretty good. All right.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for having me, Alex.
Hate to tell you though, there ain't no Beer Master pour here because this is a soda.
Yeah. All right. We'll get into the beers.
Okay, legendary Eric.
Oh, hello, and thank you for stopping by the Alex the Beer Master channel of YouTube. Hello, Mr. Duck. How you doing? How you doing, Streaming Duck? We might fix that one day. We'll figure it out.
I know how to figure it out, but we'll worry about that later. All right.
Food first. Was this beginning of the week? Maybe I forget. Got a leftover container. Those things are nice to have with the top. It's some pork roast that was bacon bit kind of crusted there with, I don't know if you can see that it has any amount of gravy. You can kind of see a little bit of gravy. And we had some scalloped potatoes, like your cut up potato slices with the cheese kind of mixture, and roasted broccoli, primarily with salt and pepper, and mostly was the Gator Shake from the Uncle Steve's company. Love me some Gator Shake. I'm really into that on all kinds of vegetables. If you don't know what Gator Shake is, you don't know what Uncle Steve's is, go to the channel Leprechaun TV that does all the flat top Blackstone grilling reviews, and he will show you that. And I'm going to be drinking from the Dogfish Head Company, the Slightly Mighty. It's a low-calorie IPA at 3.5 carbs, 95 calories, and 4%. And what's the catch with this guy is or what's the flavoring catch here besides all that nutritional fact stuff? It is got a slightly sweet bounce provided by monk fruit extract. So cheers to you all. Yeah.
All right.
Let's see if he pours it up.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, there you go. Oh, wrong logo. Damn. That was a perfect.
30.
2.5, basically, fingerhead. Yeah. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. All right. I think it's the legendary Bumpy's turn, and then it's Germifier. Germifier.
All right. Well, cheers to Eric and Dio as well. Um,
Thank you, sir.
Let's start with the food, I guess. So what I'm bringing is a breakfast dish. This
Ooh.
is potatoes O'Brien with bacon. I added extra red bell pepper to it, red onion, and poblano pepper as well. Uh, did it all in a skillet. This was a one skillet meal. So cooked it all up and then put cracked some eggs, um, dropped it into a little pouch that I made, uh, and then baked it in the oven at 400 degrees for a bit until the egg whites became harder. Uh, there's also cheese in this. There is some Monterey Jack and cheddar cheese, a little bit of seasoning. I had some black pepper, some salt, and then I added some other seasoning from, I think it was a Kinder seasoning. They're out of Texas. Added that to the egg. If you can kind of see some of it on the egg there. What I'm going to do is add a bit of some hotter sauce. This is a hotter version of the truff sauce. So this is a hot sauce that has truffles in it. So you get a little bit of that kind of mushroom flavor, that black truffle flavor with the hot sauce. So I'll just kind of drizzle that over this as it comes out. It's going to take a little bit. It's a thicker hot sauce. It's going to take a little bit here. Come on, come out. Come on out, hot sauce. And as I'm doing this, the dog wants to come in too. This is not drizzling out like I was kind of hoping. It's kind of coming out in little dots. Come on, hot sauce.
Right.
Anyways, that should be enough hot sauce, I think. On this, this was dinner tonight, so I had it without the hot sauce earlier, so I already know what it kind of tasted like. But then, yeah, I just drizzled the hot sauce all over that. I'll kind of mash it in, mix it up, whatnot. The beer that I'm going to pair with this. Now, this, let me let the dog in. He's going to annoy me.
Go ahead. Take care of your business.
Come on in, Telly. All right. This comes from Stoneface Brewing Company out of Newington, New York. This one's called Let It Grow. It is a wild ale with pink peppercorn. And I think that the truffle hot sauce, truffles are mushrooms. So this kind of looks like something that might have to do with mushrooms. Let it grow.
Right.
This comes in at 6.9% ABV. Like I said, it's a wild ale with pink peppercorn.
And who knows, maybe there's mushrooms in there too.
Probably not, but pouring this out. It's got that kind of rocky white head to it. It is a golden coloration. It has a haze to it, but you can still kind of make objects through. You can see my thumb going back and forth there. A little shadowy, but a little bit of a haze of some sort. It's not I'm not sure if it's filtered or not, but yeah, you can smell the wildness of it. It is a bit funky and has a tartness to the aroma. Cheers.
Nice.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. I think it is Germifern's turn, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Let's bring him up. Welcome, my friend.
Hey guys, what's up? So
Hey, Germ.
yeah, thanks for having me. Hey panel, and thanks for having me, Alex, on your television program.
Anytime, buddy.
Whoa.
So this is just some curry I made today. I made some chicken tikka masala at home. I just made it from scratch. So yeah, it was just turmeric, coconut cream, tomato sauce. A decent helping of hatch chili powder from New Mexico, some shallots, some extra garlic, jalapeno,
Man,
coriander, ginger, black pepper, and then just got some chicken in there and some rice, and added some beer in there too. I was drinking on a Natty Daddy, and funnily enough, I will say, Natty Daddy is decent to cook with. The fusel, what they call the fusel taste, that like malt liquor, it actually boils off and it leaves you kind of a nice syrupy flavor. It's a good way to give a sauce some kind of body if you kind of just want to throw a little something in there. So I tossed a little bit of the Natural Father in for some good measure. And it's got some good spice to it. I'm probably going to throw some jalapenos on it later and stuff too, just to spice it up. But my girlfriend's also vegan, so instead of using regular chicken, I used pea protein chicken from Abbott's plant-based butchery. It's just like this kind of like artisan sort of like chicken kind of substitute. And instead of regular cream in the tiki masala, I use coconut cream. So it was kind of cool just to make an all like plant-based, vegetarian, vegan type of meal
awesome.
to eat. I'll tell you that if you're going to eat plant-based, Indian food is just kind of built for it. It's not like you're having to, substitute. You don't really feel like you're missing, anything. Like Asian food, they use tofu and they use all sorts of other stuff all the time. So it's the cuisine's kind of built for subbing stuff out. Versus if you're making like a steak or a burger or something like that, it can be tougher to substitute, non-meat stuff in there. The beer I'm bringing tonight, I normally, I'm always drinking Colorado beers. Bumpy would be happy to know I actually had a charity beer earlier, and I almost brought it on, but I couldn't resist. I cracked that sucker open already. But I got a beer from Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, Wiseacre Brewing Company. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of them. I've had a few of their beers, not this one though. And they're pretty good. They have a beer called Tiny Bomb, and they kind of have almost like a bomb looking thing. It's a little acorn, but almost kind of looks like a little bomb. The Tiny Bomb is the logo has one of these little, those little round bombs with the fuses coming out, like the cartoon ones. And it's just a really well hopped, like an American hopped Pilsner. So it's like a German Pilsner, but with like American hops. Really nice. I haven't had any of their IPAs. Unfortunately, they do not date their products. Or if they do, I've only bought singles. Sometimes these guys will date the box or something. They'll throw a sticker on the box or something, but the individual cans themselves are not dated. So I'm just going to crack it open. This is a double IPA, by the way, 8.6%. I don't really know what kind of style it is, so we'll see if it's hazy, if it's like a West Coast. It looks kind of hazy. It looks just kind of like a double hazy IPA. It's Two-Row and Carahels with dextrose is the malt, and it's Falconer's Flight and Nugzilla hops for the hops. I'd never heard of Nugzilla before. I did some research, couldn't really find a lot. But Falconer's Flight's a hop blend. Anyways, here's the beer. Here's what it looks like. It's just it's a little more translucent than a standard Nipa. So it's interesting. It's kind of like this. Kind of almost looks like an imperial wit beer or something. There's like some translucency. It's pretty pale. So there you go. I'll that's the presentation of both of those things.
Awesome. Good job.
All right. Now, last but not least,
The host, the founder of
the meat. Today, I got 3 pieces of pizza.
Woo!
Well, because this is my dinner anyway. And one of them is a what's called taco pizza, and then 2 of them are from their what's it called
Domino's.
Barbecue chicken pizza.
Whoa!
Barbecue chicken pizza is underrated, man. That's a good pizza.
Hell yeah. And then I got this. To pour
Oh,
Yeah, man.
pizza and bourbon.
To season the pizza with.
Mm. What? What are you doing with that? Pour it in there.
Well, I like to drink it too. Whenever I feel like it. You know what? Screw it.
Yeah, food is right. That's a lot of well.
Here you go.
I've
Maybe I'll
heard
taste
the
it.
best way to drink whiskey. The best whiskey to drink is the whiskey you like, and the best way to drink is the way you like to drink.
Yeah, true that.
Do it that
True
way.
that.
Was that a glass of water you just had of that whiskey too?
No. Soda. That's crazy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Like
Oh,
ginger
I thought it
ale.
was water too.
That would not taste good, my friend.
Yeah. I was gonna say you should have just poured that on some ice. Not
No, I would not. I don't have ice. I need to get ice. All right.
English? What does that mean?
Don't know.
No, too.
All right. Now I think it is the legendary drunken one's turn now, and that's
Oh, again, huh?
Legendary.
Oh, I was getting so excited. Oh, wait, no, I wasn't. All right, so beer. All right, so smells lime. Yeah, okay. Smells like lime-ish. You know, I don't smell the saline at all. No salt. Of course, my nose doesn't usually work, but it's not any different tonight. It's got bubbles rising up to there. It's got a little condensation on it, but yep, got some bubbles rising through there. I don't know if you can see them or not.
Drunken one. What was the ABV?
But sorry.
Oh, just what was the ABV on it again?
Oh,
Sorry,
I
man.
did find it. Yeah, it's a 4%. 4%, and it's in a big can, so I guess that makes up for the fact that the ABV is low. It's 24-ounce can. I forgot what I paid for it. All right, let's go in for that, I guess.
Salute.
Salute. Okay, I don't know if y'all seen me tipping it out of the can. I wasn't drinking it out of here a while ago, but yeah, it's non-offensive. It's a little thin on the body. The salt, you can get the salt now a little bit. The lime is pronounced some. No, I'm not hating it. Yeah, it comes out of the anyway, the brewing company here in Texas, in Shiner, Texas, as a matter of fact.
Spatzel.
Right? And yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know exactly what it's made of, but it does say contains wheat. So I imagine it's some kind of like wheat beer, maybe a little bit. Camera all the time, huh? Anyway, yes, so far so good. Digging it. Well, you'll hear the ratings later. Food, it just disappeared. I don't know what happened. There's just a little bit left in there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's although it looks like soup, it's thick enough to eat with a fork. The turkey obviously is nice and tender. The noodle, what liquid was in the concoction when I first made it, the noodle sucked up most of the water out of there. But they're not like slimy or anything like that. They still have some kind of texture to them. And the crunch of the fresh onions, I didn't do that the first time I made it, but it's actually pretty tasty. Very filling, satisfying. It'd be great on maybe like when you're sick or whatever. You're all on the couch covered in a blanket and get a big old steaming bowl of this and some crackers. Man, it seems like that hit the spot.
hell yeah.
I'm digging it so far. Oh yeah, we got to taste them together, huh?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
I still thought that there was a Clamato beer instead of that one. Oops.
Man,
Anyway.
looks could be very deceiving, drunken one, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Well, doesn't really work together, but maybe one then the other. Yeah, because the one is kind of creamy, and then this has got the salt and the lime, and they're just kind of different. Yeah. Separately, damn good. I'm kind of digging these. Yeah. I wish they were a little higher ABV though. Is all because I'm trying to get the groove on, but no, it as a pair together, not so much. So it probably won't get a good score there, but individually, especially the food. Of course, you can't go out and buy it, so you just have to imagine what it tastes like when it's homemade stuff. Kind of like Jammer's stuff. You can't find that stuff. Right? It's all homemade. Anyway, yeah, let's give us a score next time around, Mr. Alex. Thanks
All
again.
right.
Cheers to the 3,000 watching.
Yeah, 3,000.
Mhm.
I think it's the legendary Eric's turn.
Ooh.
Bam.
Doesn't take too long if you associate with Alex the Beer Master on the internet to become within the legendary classification.
True that.
You know him, you're a legend by default. And here's an interesting product once again. The Dogfish Head Brewery. This is the Slightly Mighty, their low-calorie IPA. That's something I had lying around, and I haven't talked about it on a review channel yet. So here you go. This low-cal IPA is brewed with mighty aromatic hop varieties that deliver tropical notes with a slightly sweet balance provided by the monk fruit extract. And we got January 2022 date. 3.6 carbs, 95 calories. Did I say the ABV at any point in time?
I don't think so.
Same as Drunken one, 4.0. All right.
Was it?
Look at the beer, shall we? Let's look at that again. See if I can generate any in my head. There we go. Somewhat. It had a 2.5 finger head. Now it's down to the 1 finger, maybe a half a finger, really. Nice a haziness to it. You cannot even see through it. There's the look at the bubbles. That's a good imagery of that. And let's get a nose on that. The nose on this one definitely has that citrusy fruit aroma to it. Obviously, monk fruit. If you can imagine, this is what I imagine fruit to smell like, but it's got just a citrusy, fruit, juicy kind of note to it. The bready, pilsnery, crackery style malt in there. There's a touch of the dank note in there, and I don't know if they have a wheat malt strain or wheat going down in this one, but it smells like there's a little bit of that. But it actually got, I think the monk fruit in that citrusy note in the aroma is helping to lift the some of the more tropical notes of hops as well. So pretty amazing smell for a low calorie diet style, almost New England IPA thing. So drink it, try it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thomas Metal
Cheers.
75. I agree. I really like that beer when I'm just wanting something light, and it's good for a couple. You can session a few, and it doesn't get old. I wouldn't drink a whole 6-pack, but
Right.
Would I drink a whole set? Probably. I mean, you probably could with this bad boy. I would be wanting to
you
go.
probably
with something
could.
else.
I just
Definitely could.
that monk fruit and some of the sweetness, I think, would kind of get a little bit old after a while. Maybe.
I'm thinking. I'm agreeing with that. There is some added sweetness, yes, from that monk fruit, but I do think, just like in the nose, that the monk fruit is actually helping to bring out some more of those juicier, citrusy hop notes in there.
Definitely
There's
works.
the
Yeah.
white bread and the crackery pilsnery note in there. I'm definitely getting a prickly sensation. They actually could be using flaked oat or oat. I don't really know exactly what other ingredients are in this. It's crisp. It's clean. There's a slight amount of a oily dankness. A really slight one, but it's certainly detectable. But it's very light, and actually, for what it is, there's even like a little bit of like a spice, like a hop spice kind of zing, mixed in with some of the drier fruit that's lingering around for a little while. So the Slightly Mighty low-calorie IPA, that is one of the better sessionable, if not the best sessionable IPA I've ever had in my damn life. That's a nice one. Very, very good job on not making just a watery mess. Nice. The food I've been sampling here, we have the pork loin. That was, I think it was bacon crust, the bacon bit crusted. You have your scalloped potatoes and those broccolis. The broccoli that was done in the oven, roasted. So let's try some broccoli. Cheers.
Cheers.
I like roasted broccoli. I'm not going to complain almost at any point in time. It's got the Uncle Steve's, their Gator Shake, which is a nice, I think, well-balanced spice blend. It's not too spicy. It's not too sweet or sugary or anything like that. It's got a really good balance. And that broccoli came out really well seasoned, well cooked. It is not. It didn't turn to. It didn't have the dry leaves in the fall time kind of a extra to it. So that's good. Here is some of the pork loin with some of the gravy. This was roasted in the oven. Cheese.
Cheers.
Again, and some bacon. So pig on pig action.
Who can't love bacon?
So I think it would come across. I think the pork loin itself is typical of any other kind of like white meat style meat you've had. I think if you've had pork loin, it's sort of par for the course. I do think that having gravy and a little bit of the vegetables inside of that gravy work to keep the meat tasting moist. Otherwise, I think it would be kind of a drier, not chewy in any way, but I think it would be a dry piece of meat. So that's really good. And I would say that my favorite part of said meal is that cheesy scallop potato. I don't remember. It might be like the Betty Crocker box you can buy for scalloping for the scallop potatoes. I think so. I have a giant amount of light on my source there, but there you go. Let's try some.
Yeah, it looks delicious.
Good cheesiness and very soft and tender. So as I have all this food still in there, let's take some sip of slightly muddy IPA, Dogfish Head. The vegetables and the broccoli, the sweetness from those vegetables and the caramelization really came out. And I think the scalloped potatoes are unaffected. They got nice flavor that this didn't. This just tasted pretty clean with that, and it helped to keep the pork nice and moist. I think in general, it was really the best food pairing was with the broccoli because it brought out more sweetness of the caramelization from roasting. But this is super clean with the food. If you like a little bit of a hoppy flavor, it's not overpowering. It's nice cleaning sensation. It's got nice good scrubbing bubbles. A little bit of that hop flavor is in IBUs. The bitterness units are really helpful to help lift and scrub the palate of a little bit of the fattiness to the pork. But other than that, nothing's clashing. Nothing's going too off the rails. It just plain works. So I'm good over here. I'm good over here for now. You'll hear back from me in a little bit.
Awesome.
Cheers.
All right, let's see. Legendary bones.
Boom.
All right. Well, I'm going to start with a beer because I took a couple bites off of the food I have after putting the hot sauce on there, and the hot sauce definitely carries through. It's got a decent amount of heat without being overly hot. It's killing you. Never want to die from eating hot sauce. It's a bad day. Anyways, the Let It Grow Wild Ale from Stoneface Aromas. It's got that wildness to it. It does have that kind of, you can smell that it's going to be tart. It's you got a little bit of a candy note to it. So sweet tarts. A little bit like on the floral side, I would say.
Oh, Joey.
A little bit of like a peachiness. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for the aromas. It's just the first hit of it is just this is going to be tart. It's got that Pez candy sweetness, little bit of like a peach type note going on. Let's try to taste this now that my tongue is destroyed with hot sauce. Cheers.
Oh God! Cheers.
All right.
I gotta try that
Pez
hot sauce.
candy. That sounds so good. Pez candy. I love that.
Ooh.
I'll have to try to find that beer.
Yeah.
Steam face.
Yeah, this
That
one's it's got that tartness to it. It's got a little bit of a funk to it. I would say there's variations of like fruits that are kind of a little bit candied, but a little bit tart, maybe slightly soured. Um, I would say peaches in there. Now, I've had this one at the brewery on tap, and this one has pink peppercorn in it. And one of the things I noticed, like fresh off tap, the pink peppercorn, it comes through on the finish. I'm not tasting it right now out of the bottle, and after I still have that lingering heat from the hot sauce. But the pink peppercorn is very, very, very noticeable on the tail end of this one. And you can tell that it's pink peppercorn. It's got this like spicy note to it, but it's just pink peppercorn. It's just if you've ever eaten some pink peppercorns, if you've added it to a meal, to chicken, something bland, and it just kind of stands out, you'll know the flavor. And this beer, at least fresh on tap, has it. Probably had it out of the bottle fresh as well. Like I said, though, I destroyed my palate already with some hot sauce, so it's that zesty type note is null and void for me right now. Kind of a lighter body, good spritzy carbonation to this one though. So medium high to high carbonation level. It is drying to the palate. It is tart. I wouldn't say it's sour at all. It's just got this kind of funky tartness to it. Fairly decent wild ale. Like I said, when I first had it on tap and poured into a glass, it was wowing me more than what's happening right now. But like I said, I did kind of wreck my palate a little bit. So I'll be thinking of what I had on tap, what I have now for a score on this, because I think it's a better beer than what I'm portraying it as for right now.
All right.
Cheers.
All right, let's move on to this lovely dish I made now. Like I said, I made this for dinner. I can tell you, fresh out of the skillet, the cast iron skillet. It's got everything that you're looking for in a breakfast as far as flavors. There's better flavors though in some breakfasts than what I had out of this. But it has the potatoes. It's the potato O'Brien. I did put fresh red onion, fresh red bell pepper, poblano pepper. The poblano pepper really didn't add anything. I got some hiccups right now. This sucks. The poblano pepper, I probably would substitute out the poblano and put jalapeno.
There you go.
The poblano did not add anything to the flavor profile out of this. Fresh out of skillet, but I mean, it's got tons of bacon. It has a whole 16 ounces worth of bacon in it, so that's like a little over a pound and a quarter of bacon.
Hell yeah.
It's got the potatoes in there, so you're getting that kind of starchiness from the potato. You get some of that onion with the fresh onion that I put in, a little bit of that bell pepper type note in there, most of the stuff I sauteed it, so it was softer. It wasn't crunchy and fresh tasting. Everything was cooked in the bacon fat as well. So
Mhm.
so there's like this bacony flavor throughout. The bacon's the star of this one. The egg, uh, the egg went on last in baking it in the oven. To bake an egg, to try to get that egg white to not be this runny mess is very difficult when you have it on something that's super fatty and also just not sitting against the heat. So baking in the oven, it took a while to get it to be a solid. And then reheating it now with no leftovers. So reheating it in the microwave, this is now like a fucking shoe. It's hot. Uh, but yeah, the basic flavors, it was spiced. I did put some black pepper. I put a pinch of salt on it. I put in some other spices over the top when I cracked the eggs on top, and then when it came out of the oven, I did season right over the eggs, just a little shake, mostly to put some more of that green shit that was on there for looks. It looked all right. It tasted fine. I'd much rather just go to a breakfast joint and just get myself some scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, hash browns on the side. I would have enjoyed that more than what this meal was, because it basically is just a solid lump of stuff. But anyways, let me. I now added that hot sauce, the truffle.
Mm.
It's the hotter
Mhm.
truffle. So I will. Let's get some bacon in there too,
I wonder.
and
I
some
wonder
bell
what would
pepper.
happen.
Okay, so there you go. You got that's the yolk. That's all the yolk. So the yolk's not runny. Like I said, I don't do eggs like that. You never really bake eggs. You usually will do them on the stove.
Uh,
So
Yeah,
these are a little bit weird,
that sounds
but it's the only way to really do it with this one pan recipe. So a little bit funky with a stiff egg yolk, but
mm.
there's everything in there. Cheers.
I wonder what would happen
cheers.
Cheers.
if you treated that food as a loaf and then you fried it on like a flat top or like on a cast iron. What kind of flavors that would come out to be like? That might be good.
Right.
Almost sounds like a quiche or something in a way.
Like the
Yeah,
ingredients one, yeah. Mm.
I mean it's all right. Like I said, you get everything in there. I'm even still picking up on the seasoning. Once that hot sauce kicks in,
Yes.
um, you get that black truffle flavor from this hot sauce, um, and then you start to get some of that heat, and it builds and builds, and it lasts. There's some of the egg. See how solid this is? It just rolls off. Egg whites and all that shit in there. Mm, loaded with bacon fat. Um, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Then we're gonna drink something to wash it down. Cheers.
Cheers. All right.
Cheers to that.
I think it is German turn and then me. Damn.
Yes, sir.
Time goes by when you're having fun.
All right, guys. Hey, what's up? So on the beer, looked up a little bit about it. I don't think I said the name of it. It's called Adjective Animal. And there's even the tap handle, what it looks like. Here's the exact. By the way, there's no date on this. I have a feeling this beer's a little old. I'll get to that in a sec. But here's the stats I found on this. ABV 8.6, original gravity 19.5, Plato, final gravity 3.5, IBU 78, bittering hops Bravo, aroma hops Centennial, Falconer's Flight, dry hops 1, Nugzilla, Falconer's Flight, dry hops 2, Citra, malts, two-row honey malt, yeast ale. Obviously, it's not a
Right.
lager. And it just says it's dry hop twice in two different vessels. I don't know what that means, like why you would dry hop it in 2 different vessels. Maybe it just keeps a clean profile from the hops in each vessel or something. I don't know if that's the thing. So, but I looked up the Nugzilla hop, and I think that might be a blend because I don't think it's actually a hop. They also use the Falconer's Flight blend too. So normally I don't buy out of state beers too much because I guess I'm kind of a snob on Colorado beer, so I like to give them a chance. Obviously there's exceptions of like, stuff like Founders and stuff like that, but 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 I've had Wiseacre a couple times. If I can't find the date on something, yeah, it's a gamble. So I just rolled the dice. This can was $2. It said 8.6% on the side, so I figured, hey, even if it's, I don't know, what do you guys think of old Nipas? Do you think they hold up? Do you think they're still drinkable? I mean, it's almost like a barley wine or a strong ale or something, right? If it's got,
they'd probably be apt to lose their hop flavor.
Yeah, they do. This guy, I don't know. This thing's like, I don't know. I feel like on my experience with beers, I'd say this beer's like 9 or 10 months old. But again, at 8.6%.
Right.
I mean, honestly, it reminds me of in the early 2000s. I don't know. I'd say around 2006, 2007 when I started drinking craft beer. It kind of reminds me of those early IPAs that didn't have like they were bitter, but they weren't dry hopped. They maybe had a little bit of like late hop addition, but they were still caramelly and they still had that like, caramel backbone and that bitterness. Like those classic English IPAs, I guess is what I'm trying to say, like the English IPAs, that's kind of what happens in my opinion when you just have like a super dry hopped IPA that's then aged, 9 or 10 months. It just kind of becomes like what used to just be like a normal IPA.
All right.
But I don't know. I wish I got to try, this fresh and taste all those hops, but I will say that like there's a bittery saline, almost kind of like, I don't know, like with like a really bitter beer, sometimes you will almost, it's not quite like salt, but it's like there's a tannic, almost saline weirdness, like an oiliness that kind of develops on the tongue. It's definitely got that. There's definitely some pine. There's definitely some old school hop flavors like the bitter orange rind and the grapefruit. They talk on their website about, it's supposed to have like orange peel and tropical and pine and all this stuff. I think a lot of those tropical pine or those tropical notes have faded, but some of the kind of more foresty stuff is still there. So it's all right. I wish I got to try it fresher, but it's always fun to try a new beer. I guess I should have saved this for Bumpy's, new beer Monday, but I probably can wrangle something else for tomorrow. Or for Monday. Sorry, not tomorrow.
Tomorrow is Saturday, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. The next business day, I meant.
There you
go. So this curry that I made, I made it this afternoon, put it in the fridge. I'm going to heat it up in a little bit and like serve it as an actual meal with, it's going to have diced red onion, jalapenos, and fresh chopped parsley on top with some lemon juice. But this is just, I didn't even heat it up. I just took some cold out of the fridge. But it's nice to test it to see if the flavors are marrying together. So, that tiki masala kind of signature flavors kind of coming through where you get the tomato and the creaminess with like the garlic and then some of those like curry spices. Like, again, I used turmeric, garlic, ginger, smoked paprika, coriander, stuff like that. So definitely has that curry flavor kind of developing in.
Mm-hmm. Sounds
and
nice.
Then I'll just I wanted to pair an IPA with it because I do have I put a decent amount of I ordered some chili powder from New Mexico, Hatch Valley, like certified Hatch Valley medium chili powder. And it has a great flavor. It has heat, but it gives you a ton of the actual chili flavor, which I find like it's hard to find that. And then I have imported Spanish smoked hot paprika. It's the spicy paprika that I put in there too. So I thought with the spiciness, that an IPA, you know, like they say IPA goes good with, you know, Indian food and spicy food and stuff like that. So, you know, drink a little bit of this guy.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheerio.
Cheers.
Oh,
All right.
So yeah, I don't know. You know, if I get an old IPA, I try to enjoy it because again, at 8.6%, it's not like this beer is going to go bad, right? I don't think it's drinking like it's intended, but you know, at least the bottle shop I go to, they take good care of their beer. Anything they have, almost their whole stock is refrigerated, which is kind of hard to find. Like every beer they have is in the cooler. So if you do have a beer that's been sitting around for a year and it's in a can, I mean, it's in a can, it's been refrigerated, you know, you got a better chance of, especially an IPA, retaining some of those hop flavors. The refrigeration actually really helps. If you're going to age an IPA, they say refrigerate it. Don't put it in like a cellar. So it's interesting. It would have been good for Beer Man's aged beer project. But again, I have no idea. This could be, you know, these kind of Midwest and Southern IPAs. Did anybody agree that some of these, you know, IPAs from that region tend to be a little maltier? Am I crazy thinking that there are some kind of malty IPAs sometimes come out of that area?
You meant
Like
the West
Midwest?
Coast? Yeah. I think the West Coast could be a little bitter.
I agree with that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Still good stuff,
the Midwest to West Coast, like the standard American IPA, is supposed to be well balanced, especially the double ones. You're going to notice a lot of malt profile, and then you're going to notice some good hoppiness with some bitterness, but it should be well balanced.
I would say this kind of meets that. What's odd is that this beer is trying to get a good it's hard to kind of represent the opaqueness here, but as you can tell, it doesn't look like a Nipa like bomb, you know, where it's just cloudy as all get out. It's kind of like I don't know. You can kind of see you can see a little bit of shadowing through the background. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe they did do kind of like a West Coast style with this, and maybe it is supposed to. Again, it's a good brewery, and I can smell it from like, you know, whether it's even just the malt. It's got a potent from like, you know, from like right here, you know, 8 inches away. I'm still getting aromas off this.
Wow.
It's potent, at least.
Well, at least it stays fresh in that level, somewhat.
Yeah, I would, and it had good lacing. Even now, you know, we're 48 minutes in. It's still got little gobs clinging on. It's still got a nice ring of head on there. It's interesting. It's just honey malt and two row. So it's an interesting malt combination too. Just to have, you know, I'm not sure the percentages, but even if it's like 25% of that honey malt, let's say, I do kind of get, there is kind of like a dusty honey scent in here. And it's just interesting. It's just, luckily there's enough malt, like, I don't know, characteristics in there to make it at least palatable and enjoyable. Like I'm enjoying the malt sense, you know. I've had worse older IPAs. And again, it may not be that old and it's just supposed to be a maltier IPA. I'm not sure.
Okay.
So that's all I got, guys. I guess I'll wait and give a score, you know, when we come back around for the final score.
You got it. All right.
Yeah.
It's my turn now. Jeez. All right. Well, where's that Jack Daniels? I had a Jack Daniels. I don't know where I put it, but that's what I have there. Soda and Jack Daniels, black, and you got some. I said Domino's.
Nice.
Domino's
is one of the better delivery pizzas now. I mean, that's my opinion. I don't know. I like
it's
I like the crust.
Yeah. This is the taco pizza, and then this one is the barbecue one.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I love barbecue chicken pizza, man. That's
so, boy, I bit a couple pieces out of that piece just a few minutes ago. But let's see what this tastes like, shall we? Cheers.
Cheers.
Very tasty. A little bit of sweetness, a lot more sweetness to it, but very tasty. You can taste that sweetness, rye or something like that. Very delicious. Let's see what it tastes like with this pizza, shall we? Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. Bite it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheesers. Technically, cheesers.
Right?
Never can't go wrong. Never can't go wrong. Um, so I'm going to have to say this pizza is very good. Let's see what barbecue tastes like. Chicken, nice and moist, melts in your mouth. Barbecue's perfect. Very delicious. But the taco one is very delicious as well. You can taste that pepper. I think it's chicken on here. Not sure. Um, Pepper, diced green peppers, I think chicken, cheese, all that. All this stuff so far has been delicious. Let's see what this tastes like with this. Never can go wrong. You never can go wrong. The taste does work. It does really well. So I'm gonna give
It should at least clear the fat off
the palate. Yes,
like
it sure does. Yeah, very good stuff. Very sweet though. Very good. So I'm gonna continue eating this. I'll let you the rating and all that good stuff, and that's it. So let's let the legendary drunken one.
All right, last time around, huh? All right. Yeah. Y'all remember what I had made up to eat? That stuff was awesome. I would definitely make it again. The wife would be more apt to just throw the carcasses out. I'm gonna do the same thing to chicken. Is boil the meat off of those bones. But so that was awesome. I would definitely, like I said, I definitely make that again. Easy enough. I give it I don't know, a 96. You know, right? I could really, I mean, I could eat that stuff a lot, and it looks like I'm going to have to because there's quite a bit of it made, and I guess the family don't eat leftovers anymore. So anyway, 96 for that. As for the Shiner sea salt and lime, it would be really refreshing, I guess, on a hot summer day. You know, it is made here in Shiner, Texas, or in Texas. I don't live in Shiner, but it's not bad. I was looking through some of the others' reviews, and they kind of come up with an 80 for it. Some people really loved it. Other people didn't. They said crackery, and I guess it does kind of have a crackery type feel to it or taste to it. Definitely not bad. I'll give it better than an 80. I'll give it an 86. Give it an 86. Would I buy it often? Probably not. Would I buy it on a hot day? You know, or maybe as a roadie heading home? You know, you just got out of work. You know,
Wow.
it should be a little thicker though. It should be a little more syrupy. You know, or some kind of more viscosity to it. It's just thin and kind of seems.
So it's 4.0, right? 4.0%.
4.0. Yep.
So yeah,
I mean,
that's almost a near beer. That's like a table beer almost.
I know, huh? Right? So yeah, just to get one
I mean,
down, like get a big can like this when it's hot as hell out, and you just crack that sucker up, and you could chug the shit out of these things if you're that kind of guy. If you do the chugging.
I mean,
thing.
yeah, you'd have to consult the local laws in your state or province, but yeah, total road beer for sure.
Yeah, right. Yeah, whatever those are, right? Yeah. But, and then I guess shout outs. Really don't have anything in the mix. I seen that there was some. Well, let me start this way. My other video editing thing got lost on my last computer. And so I'm using DaVinci Resolved, and Jeremy was cool enough to hook me up with a training program that he had found, and so I've been going through there, and
Wow.
about halfway through that, trying to learn this new editing program. It's very, very intuitive. It's very powerful, but it's not like the old one, and it's going to take a little getting used to. So I'll have some videos coming out before long. The hat made it through me past Alex, and I think Eric, have you gotten that hat yet? Has your we'll talk about that after off air, whatever. Okay, but yeah, watch out for videos later, and yeah, keep on doing what you're doing, right? Cheers to the people watching on screen. Cheers to the 6,000 watching over there. Oh, Tim's Brews here too. How about that?
Cam.
All right, so that's all I got, Alexander.
All right, so I think it is the legendary Bumpy's turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back around.
Okay.
Thomas Mo.
Yeah, go on with Thomas, I guess. And as for the pairing between those two, they're terrible. Between this and the between this
No.
and the
All right.
that was terrible.
You don't need the extra salt in the one.
Yeah, exactly.
Slightly mighty, low calorie IPA from.
How'd you come across that beer? If you don't mind me asking, why did you buy it? Did you get a
So
six
I
pack?
have. I bought a
mixed pack.
So there are 4 different beers in their latest in the Dogfish Head variety mix pack. 60 and 90 minute. They had a Blue Hen Pilsner. I guess that's the hen or something like that's their state bird in Delaware. And Slightly Mighty was in there, and I've never had it. For its application and it being 4%, and if I want light beer for some godforsaken reasoning, and I'm okay with spending a little bit more money than Adjunct Lager, yeah, this one. Definitely. I haven't had Founder Brewing Company's All Day IPA recently.
That's a good one. It's
got to go with minimally. It's got to minimally. My recollection is it goes toe to toe with that, or if not,
it's 4.7 though. The Founders is 4.7, so you can get a little bit more of a buzz. I don't think it's meant as a low calorie. That one's meant as like a low cal. Like you have one after working out, 1 or 2 after working out or something. You know.
Yep. I'm just feeling it currently. Let's give it a 90 currently and just be on the safe side. I'm feeling currently that I'm really digging the body and the kind of weight that it actually has at 95 calories. It doesn't slouch in any of the flavor categories. What I do think here is that this monk fruit extract and a little bit of that sweetness is helping to lift some of the hoppy flavors that could potentially be a little bit lacking. I don't know what it is. I'd have to go on the website. It could be even around in the 30s of IBU. So I'm going to give that a 90, and I'm pretty much done with the food. There's a little bit of scraps here and there. That's from some of the vegetables, the gravy stock, and then those were the scalloped potatoes. I think actually the star of the show for that wasn't even the pork loin and the bacon with the gravy thing. I thought that the sides, the roasted broccoli and the scalloped potatoes were like the main attraction there. They were super tasty. The beer brought out sweetness of the broccoli when it got roasted even further. And the beer and gravy combined helped to keep the meat very moist. Otherwise, it was a dry piece of meat. So, I mean, the beer was better than the food. I'll drop it down a singular point and say the whole experience was an 89, people. I still recommend this experience.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Going on you, family, food, time together, whether it's here online or at your table at home. Get it done. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what are we doing on Thomas Middle 75 channel of YouTube? We're doing the Wildcard Wednesday every Wednesday evening at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Bring a beer, wine, or spirit, and let's have some fun. And the only thing I ask is don't be a douche.
Fair enough.
Cheers, bros.
Fair enough. Thank you, Eric.
On to Bumpy Road, I believe.
All right. Bumpy Road.
Bumposaurus Rex.
Bumpy Road.
Looks like like an angry cabbie.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Let's start with some disappointment, and I can
Uh-oh.
say this. I can say this one pretty easily because I was the one that cooked the meal tonight. Um, yeah, the whole breakfast concoction thing looked really good on Cooking with Sam's YouTube show. He had some different variants. Um, I would probably eat his way before I'd eat my concoction again. It was breakfasty. It had all the breakfast components. But like I said, I'd much rather just have everything separated, just eat them on the, separately. And I think everything would be cooked better. Per se, this was just like let's do everything in one pot, and everything's going to cook for an extended period of time, and some things are going to cook longer than they need to cook, and the things that needed maybe to be cooked at a higher temperature and be cooked alone, like the eggs. Um, yeah, baking eggs does not work very well.
I'm not.
So I'm just gonna say it's like an 81 out of 100 for the meal. Um,
Yeah.
and hot sauce didn't really do much justice to it either, except that it was. I wouldn't have added the hot sauce. It tasted much better without the hot sauce as when it was fresh. But microwaving it to heat it up definitely rubberizes everything and detracts from what the meal was when it was freshly taken out of the oven. Um, yeah, so 81 out of 100 for that. I would not recommend that as a if you're gonna make a breakfast, just do it. Just do it all separate.
You got to keep them
Do what you
separated.
want. Make hash on the side. Do your eggs however the frig you want to do your eggs. When I do eggs, if I'm just gonna eat eggs, I like scrambled eggs typically. I can make some damn good scrambled eggs. I'd much rather do that. And yeah, I mean hash is always good, but yeah, when you're cooking it the way I cooked it, it just did not work out. The beer, like I said, with the beer, it was so different off tap, and my palate is probably destroyed tonight with various other alcoholic beverages of beer and also the hot sauce. Um, so the what I tasted the beer tonight, it's not going to get the score that I'm going to give it because I'm also remembering how I felt about this beer. I bought this beer because I liked it so much on tap. It's the reason why I purchased a bottle of it to take home. And from what I remember out of this beer, with picking up on the pink peppercorn, the nice wildness of it, all the nice flavors that were coming out of it. It was a 95 out of 100 for me. The way the beer drank tonight was probably closer to like an 89 to a 90.
What's the date on that beer, Bumpy?
What's that?
What's the date on it?
When was John and Ellie last over? They don't have a date.
Probably a month ago.
Yeah, so it's a month old. We'll say that.
I'm guessing it's one of those things. Appreciate
Yeah. You buy this isn't one of those ones that you can pick up from a store. You have to go to the brewery itself to buy it. So for the beer, I'm going to give it a 95 out of 100 because I'm going based off of what I remember it being, not based off what I had tonight. Still a decent beer tonight, just not bringing all of the wowing factors of that pink peppercorn and stuff like that because wrecked palate. The combination, it worked all right. There was nothing offsetting about it. A little bit of a breakfast with some wild tartness and what should have been pink peppercorn, which also would work well with a lot of breakfast items. I think a little bit of that black peppery spiciness and stuff like that. So yeah, I'd say it worked. it worked well enough together
Nice.
as a combination. I'm not going to give a score on the the beer and the concoction of food mixture.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
that.
Did you get any shout outs?
Oh, shout outs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time around?
I got my regular bumpy road 50-point inspections that come out Wednesdays and Fridays. Look for those videos if you want to see me kind of breaking down a beer into a score and trying to give a rating based off of a score, so you can decide whether or not you want to purchase it or not. Maybe not. And then Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel, Bumpy Road Brewery, we have New Brew, my latest live stream. Come up on panel if you want to. It's just bring, one stipulation is to bring a beer that you've never had. So I just want fresh reactions to the beer that you're bringing. It's a little bit different of a beer reviewing. It's not so much like breaking it down to, hey, let's go to this person. What are you smelling, tasting? It goes. Everybody's up in panel for a while. Free for all. Everybody's chatting, chit chatting. You can talk about your beer if you can get words in, stuff like that. I will ask some certain questions here and there for the panel to kind of answer. But it's a different show for sure. Not sure if everybody's gonna like it or not, but trying to keep the viewers in mind with this show.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah. That's it.
So, yeah.
Thanks for having me on, Alex.
Anytime, buddy.
Can I make a request? Do we have a Food Friday already for next week? Or
We're gonna do Italian, but I will take your request as well, so we can do that.
you're gonna go Italian? Okay. I was thinking fruitcake.
Oh, hell.
Well, what's after next Friday? We'll do fruitcake after that. Since you did that.
Well, because you don't want to butt into your ice cream and eggnog one. So.
Okay, so maybe we'll do Italian after Christmas, unless I think that there's a day that we could do it. All right, but so yeah, let's do fruitcake next week. Yeah.
Fruitcake. Whoa.
Nice. Bumpy using his pole. Legendary Bumpy.
So, but I will officially announce it when this show ends in the next few minutes.
Fruit cups. Okay.
All right. Appreciate you, Bumpy.
The truffle sauce. Tommy wants to know about the truffle sauce.
Ahead,
it's a good hot sauce. It's not. It's got some bite to it. It's got some heat. But you have to like black truffles. That's the big thing. Is it does start off with a lot of that mushroom black truffle flavor note. It does carry throughout, but you are left with a lingering heat. I think that it's a good hot sauce. Just kind of pick and choose what you're gonna pair it with, because it does have that black truffle flavor. So I wouldn't put it on everything. It's not like Frank's. It does not go on everything. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. So that's gonna be delicious.
Eric? I think it's Eric next, actually.
Oh, Eric.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Wait, am I good to go? All right.
No.
Almost.
No, Eric went before me.
Okay.
I gave an 89. I'm going to give one again. Cheers, everybody.
Oh, okay. My bad. So it was Jammer's turn. I'm sorry. Yeah, Jesse was out of the room. That's what happened.
Okay.
On to Jammer fan from.
I cooked on a cast iron skillet, so I was trying to scrub that thing.
Oh, right.
So-
I know how that goes.
So I want to back up Bumpy on truffles. I got some truffle ketchup like a couple months ago, and it went awesome with chicken nuggets. But I tried some with some fish sticks, and it went like horrible with like that cod, like that fish. It just it was just nasty. It tasted like barf, and I was like,
wow.
"What the hell?" Like it's like No, it's like I don't get it. I don't get truffles are like that truffle flavor. It either goes with something or it doesn't. It's not like Frank's. It's
Yeah.
not like Frank's. Like I just want to tell everybody, tell the world, you can't just put truffle sauce on everything. It ain't gonna work, man. You're gonna like, you're playing Russian roulette. One day you're gonna get the wrong chamber and the wrong bullet, man.
Oh, damn right. Yeah.
But shout outs, I'll just say, like, all y'all's channels, it's awesome. I try to stop by Food Friday. I've only been on Thomas Meadows wild card, I think, once or twice, but I need to stop by there more. And I was on the Bumpy's inaugural show. I want to go back again. And Drunken One, you're always kind of like hosting this thing, Alex. I want to try to like come on this. Getting fruitcake's harder than one thinks, so I might have to see if I make a lot of stuff at home. Right now, I'm all about making stuff at home during the pandemic, so I might have to look into what constitutes a fruitcake and how easy it is to make one. Or maybe I could buy one at Walmart for like $2. Who knows?
Yeah,
I'll have to look in.
I'm sure they got some.
I guess they're probably in season now. I saw a so there's the Sour Patch Kid candies, and I saw a Sour Patch Kid today. It was like, I kid you not, 2 feet tall or bigger. It was in this big box. It was $10. You could buy this 2 foot tall Sour Patch Kid. So I'm sure you could probably buy fruitcake somewhere. But I just thought about, like, I wanted to look at the back. That's got to be like 20,000, 30,000 grams of sugar in that thing. I mean,
yes.
I was like, how are you even going to store it once you open it? I mean, you have to, like, I was thinking of Dexter having to like hack the legs and arms off of this thing and like put them in different Ziploc bags to like store it. I mean, I think it said it was net weight 7 pounds. I mean, a 7-pound gummy bear, guys. It's crazy.
Well, I'll suggest this. Maybe I'm not getting it, but maybe during a wild card or something like that, I might have you put it on my channel and see what you can do with it.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to spend the $10 on what's basically a gelatinous thing of sugar, but I'll see if I can find a fruit. As far as the score, I'm not really going to rate my own food. I'll just, it was a curry, turned out good. The beer, I'm going to give like an 80 because I looked back up on their website again, and Bumpy would know about this. This is supposed to have so much hops. They even did a special thing. It says dry hopping in the presence of yeast and post-fermentation provide different reactions with hops, creating more variety, flavor, and aroma. And apparently they're constantly trying to I don't know, like dry hop at different points in fermentation or post fermentation or something. I don't know. They're trying to do. They're trying to get all
New England IPAs. They found that if you put the hops in, because the biggest thing with New England IPAs is there's so much hops, and they're put in at the tail end of the brew, usually after boil out. Once you turn the heat off and it's no longer boiling, you dump a ton of hops in there. So you're trying to keep the freshness in. And with dry hopping, at least as a home brewer, I'm not sure in the commercial world, but at least as a home brewer, if you dry hop after, which is mostly what people did, was they would dry hop 14 days, into fermentation, so that you'd have your full fermentation going on, and then you'd open it up, put in some more hops. But what you're doing is you're exposing it to oxygen. So with the New England IPA, they found that they would dry hop it during high krausen when you have all the CO2 gases coming out from fermentation. So it would keep oxygen out of the brew. So you dry hop it then, but then it would have some type of enzymatic reaction to the hops and the yeast, which changed the aroma notes. And a lot of the hops would kind of give off more brighter tropical notes than what they were typically known.
And I don't know. I wish I knew. It's always so hard when you don't know the date on the beer. I'm like, okay, was this on purpose? Did they want this beer to be like this, or is this because it's old? I hate not knowing, which is why I'm scoring it with an 80. Because like Greg Beer Review says, he's like, if it don't got the date, guys, if it ain't got the date, you guys can't do it. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that guy, but he really hates when beers don't have dates.
You're talking
Greg will get you if you don't put a date on that can.
Here it
guys.
is, yeah. Hell yeah.
So
I thought it was Ron Terrio that was against the dates because he says
A lot of people.
a lot of people. I mean, it's like because you get in a situation like this, I don't know how this is supposed to be presented, but I'll go with Bumpy kind of and try to give the benefit of doubt and be like, okay, maybe this is supposed to be more of like a West Coast style where you get a double IPA where you get some of that more, more the malt. I don't know. So, but I wish I had all the hops they promised, like all the Nugzilla and Falconer's Flight. Instead it's just kind of like a really big pale ale, like an 8.6% pale ale. It's still good though, still tasty.
Yeah. I think a lot of breweries now. I mean, because we went through such a run of certain flavors, and they were all good. It was like, holy crap, yeah, great beer. But then it was like everybody was making the same beer. So I think a lot of breweries are just trying to do different things. They're using different hops, different hop blends, and just shooting for different flavor notes than what's the average. Bye, Alex.
All right, Jammer, you are the host of the Food Fridays with Alex.
And we're out of here, guys.
And we're live.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
I
don't know how to do Alex's thing.
Alex lost internet service, so I'm not sure how long that's going to be. And I don't have any controls here. There's nothing I can do to fix anything.
All right, Jammer, what you want to talk about, Jammer?
Yeah, we can't put this down.
Oh, wow. I inherited the show. It's like, all right.
Right?
Jamming with Jammer. Let's meet
it's totally up to you. I mean,
I'm not sure how long will this show just.
Yeah, I don't think we should, guys. I don't want to keep you
shut down
too
because
long.
he's not available.
Oh no, man. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Should we at least shout out say next Food Friday? I guess the last thing Alex said was
it's a fruitcake, right? Next Food Friday.
Yeah,
fruitcake.
Oh my God, fruitcake!
Fruitcake Friday, everybody.
Yeah.
With Jammer fan. No, wait a minute.
You got mine.
Yeah. All right. How about that?
Oh,
I knew Bumpy had something fucking stashed already.
Yeah, well, that's why I was asking about it because we're coming up on Christmas, and who the hell eats fruitcake? I've never had a fruitcake.
Really?
But my wife bought me one, so I said,
"Oh, you gotta get."
Yeah, I guess I'll be hitting up Walmart.
Best place to eat this fruitcake?
Yeah, maybe.
You gotta get the stuff with the rum in there, or whatever it is.
I will say that fruitcakes, it was once an honor to get them, but then they lost popularity because I think people got burnt out. It's like kind of like getting a weird banana bread with little gummy things in it or something. I don't know.
Well, if you're gonna be my secret Santa, you are gonna get $20 worth of fruitcake.
Oh yeah. I think we're doing that after the show.
Are we? Because we got to do that quick because I got to go to bed here.
What? Oh, right.
Everybody's names are in there.
I hope I get married so I can send some
but we should probably wrap this up, guys. I don't know how does Alex do it? I forgot his magic words.
Oh, there he is.
Is Alex
Beermaster.
Oh, he's calling me.
Well, you called me too. I don't know.
He's calling everybody. Right, he's freaking out right now, man. I took over the show. And he's freaking out. Alex is freaking out. Took it up for the show.
Let's hear him.
I wonder if he can get on his phone to do that.
If it's going to be back in a few minutes. Yeah, we're holding down the fort right now for you. So as long as your internet's going to be back in a few minutes, we're not quite sure how to end the show, and we know that you want to talk about your pizza. I do want to say, Alex, your pizza. What's up with you not buying from the Sicilian place?
You're doxing them now. You're doxing
when I went down to visit you, that pizza was bomb. I would buy from the Sicilian pizza place all the time.
Domino's has some good prices on delivery, dude.
Oh, you had it a couple days ago, so you didn't want to do it again?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Bumpy with the hard-hitting questions, man. It's like Dateline, NBC.
No. I mean, different pizzas are good.
Legendary Bumpy.
Thin
Legendary
crust,
Bumpy Cronkite.
Kind of almost burnt, like crispy crust, and
Walker
how
pumpkin.
greasy it was, and just the flavors of it. Delicious pizza.
All right, cool.
Oh shit!
Oh
Yeah,
no, you
like
don't have to get
it's
the anchovies. Remember, we had the other one that was fully loaded.
I like anchovies on
Yeah, we put like $30 worth of toppings on it. That was delicious.
anchovy Caesar salad. Good times. Yep.
Oh,
Anchovies and Oza. That might actually be good together.
Anchovy.
So much salt, flavor.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, that sounds like something.
That's right. Yeah.
I just like anchovies by themselves, just mozzarella anchovies.
All right,
If I'm gonna
well,
have
you get your
anchovies, I
internet
just
back.
like,
We're still we're chit chatting here. Jeremy fan.
and then hot sauce. If you have anchovies, you
He's
gotta put a bunch
entertaining
of
everybody.
hot sauce on it.
Huh. Never thought of that.
All right.
That might actually be good.
Oh yeah, that's how I do it, man. You gotta have the heat with those anchovies.
So yeah, hopefully Alex will have his internet back soon, and so he can end the show. But Jeremy fan, he appreciates you keeping the show entertaining.
Oh yeah, guys.
So.
I can do this all night.
Oh, shit.
No.
All night long, baby.
I did bitch him about his pizza. The reason why he didn't bring the Sicilian pizza was he had a couple nights ago, he said.
No.
Also, I'm telling you guys, Domino's, you can get some good coupons, man. The other night I got 2 medium 3-topping pizzas. Total was $14.99, and then with tax and tip and delivery and everything, I don't know, it was $22 or something. I mean, $22 delivered with tip and everything, and out the door like $11 a pizza.
Man,
I mean, that's not
fair.
it's not too bad. You know, I don't live in the boonies, but I live kind of in like the edge of town, so not everywhere delivers here. So I mean, getting that delivered that cheap is pretty clutch, man.
Well, like so I got like a family and stuff, so it's myself.
You're like, I got a family and stuff.
It's the family is shrinking, which is nice. So it used to be more expensive, but then we have my stepson as well. So I'm usually ordering 2 to 3 pizzas, or if we do anything else like subs or whatever. But I'm usually looking for like a pizza night. 1 small pepperoni and bacon usually for the kid, and then the wife will usually order a large something, and I'll order a large something else. I'm usually looking at close to $46.
Yeah, I bet.
Just for pizza. And I have to go pick it up usually too.
Oh,
That's
shit.
the other problem.
I'm going to grab my laptop charger, guys, so don't panic. If you see me walk away, I'm still the host. I'm still hosting.
With no hosting privileges.
It just said I have 6 minutes left, and I was like, oh damn, I better go downstairs and get my charger.
Time to change hats.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Dio,
Yeah.
Tommy Carroll is learning some things about the brewing process. Thanks, guys.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Do you want to talk about the brewing process until we get Alex back?
Oh, yeah. I guess. Right? I mean, I'm more caveman style in my brewing.
Well, but you know about the enzymes and stuff when you mash.
Oh, not at all. No, that's Brian Fisher that knows all about that. I just follow the recipe. I'm sorry. I just follow the recipe.
So basically, you're gonna have some grains and stuff. You're gonna have sugars. The yeast is gonna attack the sugars. It's gonna convert the simplistic sugars down to alcohol. So what you're taking is the grains. You have different grains. They're roasted at different temperatures to give different colors, flavors, all that jive. You also have different barley that you're using, all the way to wheat, oats, and other cereal grains you can possibly use as well, like corn. But corn is 100% starch, which is the basics of becoming sugar. So you're taking these grains, you're crushing them up to release the starches from within them. You put them in a mash. Certain temperatures, you're going to make a different chain of sugars that are going to be present. Lower temperatures create easier sugars. for the most part for the yeast to break down to alcohol. Higher mash temperatures will create larger chains of sugar with different structures. I'm not sure of the whole DNA and all that stuff with the chains, but it will be more difficult for these yeast to break down to alcohol, which means that you're going to be left with some residual sugars. It's going to be a different sugar, and that's also how you fixate your body of your beer, because a lower mash temperature, easier breakdown, turn to alcohol. Alcohol is pretty thin. It's going to be a thinner body, but you're going to, you can create more alcohol with less substance, basically, than versus doing a higher mash temperature in which you're going to have some more difficult sugars or starches to break down into sugars, be left off with some of those residual sugars, but be left with a fuller body feel, that heftier body, and maybe lower ABV, unless you're using more malts, in which, that's why you get into those imperial stouts and stuff that have the full thick body. It costs a bit more because you're using a lot more malts to create that body profile and the higher ABV. All right, welcome back, Alex.
All right, Alex. All right, get on to you.
All right, yeah, he was talking. Thank you, Dermot Finn. I know I can trust you and all my people. Thank you, and thank you, Chad. So let's get on to me again. Sorry about that. We had that problem.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah, we had that problem before. I don't know who took. I came back and took it off after everybody left. I remember that.
Yeah.
I watched that video. It was kind of funny. And then I came after everybody signed out. After they did the Alex thing, I came back and finished it off. I don't know if you guys.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah, but that was because everybody had to do something. So yeah, the pizza was delicious. This was delicious. I'll probably get into the stout, a stout with you guys in a few minutes. The beer, it was really, really delicious. The beer, not the beer, jeez, lose my mind when you have aggravation. The 7-Up and the what's called the Jack Daniels, delicious. I think the pizza and the Jack Daniels went really well, but I'm not going to pair it together because, it is good. It's very tasty. Gave it more flavor. Went well.
Oh, yeah, man.
So I'm going to have to say that the meat in the barbecue pizza was delicious. Very delicious. And then I also like the taco one. Delicious. So thanks to my brother for getting that. That I really heard about that. I think John's heard of it too. I'm not really sure. But I think John and Nellie's heard of it. The taco pizza.
Taco pizzas are always good, man. Always a good choice.
Yeah, but I've always thought the taco pizza would have the shells too. I don't know why, but I would think.
And since we're on the topic of taco pizzas right now, Red Baron, you guys need to bring that taco pizza back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think I've had that
Red
one.
Baron, Red Baron has their frozen pizzas, and they had taco pizza out there. It was awesome. And then they took it away.
Job down.
They always seem to do that with anything. It's a shame. I don't even think I got a chance to try it. But maybe it'll come back. Maybe it won't. I'm hoping it will. I'd like to try that. So the pizza and the stuff tasted good, but I think the pizza I'll give a 90. Both of them. They're delicious. And I'll give this drink here that I drank an 86.
All right.
So it's good stuff. But I mean, not everything has to be a 90 or 100, but they're both good. Yeah, and the shout out next Friday, we're going to be doing fruitcake.
Oh, wow.
Fruitcake, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have fruitcake, and you can bring any beer you want.
Yeah.
So,
You missed where Bumpy cheated and he wanted fruitcake because he's already got fruitcake.
Yes.
I expect that because he collects the beers before the actual show, which is good because it's right there.
He's got him. He's got him.
But
Yeah.
now
The question is, Alex, can you find fruitcake? Do you think you're going to find a fruitcake by next Friday? You think you're going to track it down?
well, I hope I can. And then
Airmail one in.
Fruitcakes are rampant throughout grocery stores right now.
They're
Yeah.
rampant.
Oh yeah. It's the holiday season.
yeah. So,
All right.
So
All right.
So I don't know, and then I have to decide if I'm going to do my ice cream stuff Thursday or Friday. It's going to be confusing, but because I don't know. We're going to have to talk about it, see if anybody has any plans on Christmas Eve, and especially me. We'll see what happens. Christmas Eve, normally, I'm at my sister's. I don't know about you guys, probably with your family, sisters, girlfriends, and all that good stuff. But we'll see about it. So I think I'm going to, I think I might do Thursdays once in a while if it's a holiday and if it's a big holiday, unless I feel that, what's it called? What was it last year? We did, when was Christmas last year?
The 25th.
No, the day. I think because I went to my cousin's. Remember?
Friday? Was it on a Friday? No,
Yeah, I think it was on. Yeah, it was on Friday. Yep. So and then because then Christmas was on Saturday. So
Saturday this year.
yeah. Or no, Christmas was Friday or something like that last year.
It would have been. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I think it was okay because the Christmas Eve was, it would have been crazy if that was the case. But I think for right now we'll do Thursday unless something changes. We're gonna do Thursday, the 23rd. For the food Thursday. So I might do a list of that just in case we have to do that once in a while. But it'll go back to Food Friday after the fact. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to do that. So next Friday is going to be fruitcake, beer, bring whatever you want. And then don't forget John and Nelly, John A. Nelly, Georgia Beer Reviews out Sunday at 10:30. Eastern Standard Time, a.m. in the morning. So if you want to get your stouts on and your porters, quote, stouts and porters, that's it. So that's what Johnny Boy does. That's all he does, lets you come on for. So get them on, get those stouts and porters on at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Get your day started. I mean, a couple hours before football.
There you go.
So
Pre-game.
I'm going to put everything back to normal here, and then we're going to sign out. And you know what? We did a great job. Almost been on for almost 2 hours. First time.
I don't know if that's a good job or not. All right.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
15
about
minutes was like unintentional downtime.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, everybody. So
No, it's just that kind of like inflated the numbers.
yeah, it was crazy. Thank you, chat. Let me blow everything up here.
Thank you, Lesbier.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. I'm very sorry that I signed out, but I called one of these guys up to make sure it was still going on.
Hello.
This guy.
That's you.
I thought I was going to sneeze for a minute there.
Senor Alex.
So, thank you, Drunk One and
You're welcome, sir.
German Fan and
Thank you,
everybody here, Bumpy, Eric. So, this is Beer Master.
9,000 watching.
Finally, this is Alex the Beer Master. We will see you all on the next live stream, next video. So, Alex Beer Master signing out.
Get
Yeah,
your coat,
baby.
people.
See y'all next week. Thanks, chat. Y'all rock.
Thanks for holding down the fort, guys. Cheers.